Hey there YouTube, this is JV111 here, and welcome to another episode of The Beast Shall Be Fed, the FTB mod pack series. So today we're going to actually do some work on our power situation. Now I got this generator going and I'm lagging like a mother trucker, and it isn't the best. It requires a lot of coal and I want to keep all my coal. So there are a few ways of getting free power. One of those ways is lava, but then again, that's not exactly necessarily free unless you make another portal and you just drain everything from the nether, and that just makes so much. It just takes so long. But there are more easier ways. The cheapest way thus far that I've been able to locate is actually something called a water mill. So let's just take a look at what a water mill is. So the way you create it, you use a normal generator and some wood and some sticks. And you get two. So that's pretty neat. So I want to make a bunch. So I got some generators right here. Oops, sorry about that. I should probably make some more sticks actually. So let's make some sticks first. Take the generator. And we got water mills. So let's just take all this back. And now we can move forward. So I've already made a few water mills. My chicken farm is progressing. We'll build a better coop for them. And I've already have them set up over here. So if you to actually right click on a water mill, if I can get close enough to do so. I might have to right click without one of these things on. Here, let's just do that. So you'll notice in the water mill you can actually put it in a bucket of water. They generate power that way. I believe it's 1 EU per tick. Now the way energy flows through the cables is in the form of packets, and they're X EUs per tick. Cables lose certain EUs depending on how far they go, but generally they're pretty reliable. But because these are really low voltage, and the way it's set up is if you put a bunch of water over top of them, they'll produce 0.1 or 0.01 EUs per tick. I'm not 100% on that. So it's not a whole lot of power, but you don't have to keep feeding it power. So that's cool. And if you're smart, what you do, make a little tower over here. And we got a bunch here. Oh, that. Yeah, for smart, we'll... Now, the trick is you need to make sure that all these water mills are, got a 1 block gap, so that way they can produce the most amount of power. So basically, currently with these, I'll have 12 water mills. Now, I don't know if the water needs to be still water. If it needs to be still water, I probably shot myself in the foot for this setup. So there. So now we get an extra 4 water mills to do what we see fit. Probably the start of another tower. So now these should generate, like each side they generate, in a 3x3 cube, there's the potential minus the cube for, I believe, like a 9x9. It becomes almost like 2.7 ticks per EU, depending on how it's set up. 2.7 EU per tick. So I got 12 here, so we're probably looking around 12 EU. Now that's all fine and dandy now, but the problem is we need a thing to store this in, because we can't just plug this in straight into the system that we have right over here. Now there are two things we could do. We could use a bat box. Now what the bat box is, and let me just show you what the bat box is. So bat box. Now, most people will make this first because it's really cheap. It's known as FURE batteries, a copper cable, and some jungle and some wood. But we lucked out. I found some diamonds. So I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm going to go in the one up it. I'm going to make an MFE. Now the MFE, the way it's made is we need an energy crystal, a bunch of them. We need a machine block. And we need some 2 times insulated gold cables. Now there's another recipe down here. You can make a sturdy casing, which is basically... No, we can't make that. So that's no longer... Oh. Sorry, I will be right back. Sorry about that. So now the sturdy casing is cut this part out too. And we're back. Sorry about that. My door was not closed. So what the sturdy casing is the sturdy casing is basically from railcraft. We're not going to dabble into railcraft right now. We need a lot of stuff to dabble into railcraft. We need to get basically my factory going. We need to make a bunch of quarries. I might as well get some Mistcraft going so I have somewhere where I can place all these quarries. We'll probably dabble into Mistcraft next episode, just so I have like a quarry world that I can, sink my teeth into. So I got some RE batteries, but like I said, I want to make the MFE. So the MFE is what we're going to make. And I'm lagging like a mother trucker. Come on, computer. You can do it. Oh boy. I got like 2 frames per second. This isn't good. I may need to turn off some of these machines, which is what I'm actually going to do right now. And do I have no power left? I'm out of power. I'm out of juice. Shit. Alright. Oh, I don't want the crafting table. I want... do I have... Yes, give me some of this coal. Yeah, hopefully we can get a Mistcraft world going and get a quarry going in there. Once I have that going, it'll be a heck of a lot easier. I'll be... it's a world that is forever... Mistcraft is really cool. We'll definitely make a quarry world for sure. So let's just turn this off. That should help my frame rate a little bit. Let that make all the iron dust, smelt all that iron dust. Once it does that, I'm going to get the sticky resin going, because we're going to need a lot of rubber. Alright, well, while we're waiting for that rubber to go, let's build the other components that we're going to need. So in the recipe, it calls for a machine block, which is, very simple. Just one of these. And then we need what's referred to as energy crystals. Now, energy crystals I do recall from memory, but for those of you who don't know what they are, they can get expensive. Here they are. Oh, there's a different thing. Energy crystal. It requires a diamond and redstone. Now, because diamond's so scarce, most people don't make an MFE right off the bat. But, I spent a good day looking for diamonds before I recorded the first episode, so the diamonds we have. So we're going to come back into here. 4 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these don't stack, so that's annoying as hell. But they're not really meant to be stacked. They're basically supposed to be batteries, because you can charge a battery to hold EU, and then use it on your machines. And then battery has like 10,000 EU or something to that extent. All right, so let's take a look at how much. We should be okay for rubber now. So we're going to get ourselves some gold that I already have smelted. We're going to need 3 bars. That should be plenty. So actually, I think... so he changed the recipe completely. So You just get these right off the bat. Nice. You know, a lot less ripper too. The original recipe was basically it was normal cable and then you just doubled it up, but they must have changed the recipe. Again, I haven't played this. I haven't played a lot of the industrial craft and whatnot since Tekkit. So let's make our MFE. And if I recall correctly, the recipe is as follows. MFE. Alright. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm gonna have to go to sleep after I place this MFE down. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna drop this MFE. Now you notice the green spot is where the output is, but we're gonna want to change that. So I'm gonna have to build something that's gonna be allow us to do that. But right now, you see, we got power going. Not a lot of power, but you know. The MFE can hold 600,000 EU, so that's pretty neat. It's a lot more than the bat box. The bat box can hold 40,000 EU. The one up from that, from the MFE, is actually MFSU, which can hold 10 million EU, and I think there's one right after that. I'm not positive. There's a lot of Greg Tech stuff. Let's see. I think it's this one, the Lapitronic Energy Storage Unit. No, probably not. Well, we'll figure it out. Greg Take adds one extra one, which makes it a lot more EU. I think it's almost like 1 billion or some ridiculous number to that extent. All right, so we got that, but we're gonna want to change some stuff around. We want to be able to change our output, so we're gonna need a wrench. And how do we make a wrench, you may ask? There's multiple kinds of wrenches. This is the first one, and we need bronze. In order to make bronze, we need copper ingots and tin. You can also make this from everything. You can make bronze tools. They're a little bit higher than, I believe, iron. But you know, like my iron armor, eventually we'll get enough materials going where I don't even need these primitive tools. I can get some industrial tools and some industrial armor, you know, be all badass that way. So we're going to need 3 copper and some tin. Gives us 4 bronze ingot. We're going to need more because we need to make a wrench. So here's some more bronze. And the wrench recipe is as follows. Shaped like a wrench. Alright, so now we're gonna change the position of the output. I want the output flowing towards the house. So let's use this. Also, the wrench allows you to pick up the industrial craft blocks without them turning back into machine blocks, which is very handy. But it doesn't work all the time. That's when you're going to need this electric wrench, but we'll get into those later. And then we have one more problem, though. Our current machines inside the house only take 32 EUs per tick. This, on the other hand, if I can, you know, my lag will decide to fix itself, can produce 128 EUs per tick. Now, if we were to plug that directly into our stuff, bad things will happen. Very, very bad things. Everything will explode. Equivalency to TNT almost. If I recall correctly. Old Tekkit used to have that. I don't know if he changed that. Maybe made it worse. So what we need to build, and I think I have the materials on hand to do so. I just need a crafting bench, and I think I have one. Yes, I do, over here. We need to build an LV transformer. So let's just take a look at that. Dash transformer. R. Alright, so we need 4 wood planks, 3 copper ingots, and 2 copper cables. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do actually have that in my inventory. Yeah, I have everything in my inventory. So, let's make one. So, it was 1, 2, and 3. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 and 2. And there we go. Transformer. So now we're going to want to set this up. Now we can't use tin wire like we can on the water mills. We have to use copper or any other wire. Glass fiber is actually the best kind of wire, but it's expensive. You need a lot of diamonds and you need a lot of glass. I have neither currently. Oh, for fudge sakes. Work with me, please, computer. Please and thank you. Thank you. You're not working with me. Work with me. Thank you. Alright. So here's the output. So then we just, there. Shift click. Boom. 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 Actually, right here is where we're going to place our transformer. So we're going to place our transformer here. So now that little red dot, that's the next output. So now we can go like that, and like that. We're going to drop a hole into our house. We're going to go around. Now, if I did this correctly, I can take this, take that, and take that, and just grab that right there, plug this like that, and these should all, yeah, see, they're all getting power. Alright. Now I can even, well, no, this will remain like this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to fix this. This has been annoying the crap out of me ever since I did this. Alright, there we go. So now, these are fixed. So now if I were to run this machine, run them both. Oh, this has rubber in it. So let's take the rubber out. And let's run, what do we need smelted? Let us smell, let's do I have any more tin ore? I don't have any more tin ore. Well, that sucks. Let's put our ingots back. Yeah, okay. So, let's run the last of the cobble. Or the thing. But these are gonna, see, the only problem with running these all the time, they take a lot of power. So, our little setup that we currently have right now, with, work with me here. See, I can actually go and show you like how much power it's actually draining from. Whoa, 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 whoa. Work with me, lag. No, just be nice. That's all I'm asking. Be nice. Oh, it's not draining that much power. I was thinking it was going to drain a lot more. Alright, so I assumed wrong. But yeah, there are ways in order to detect if this is running out of power. But, you know, that'll be a later episode. When we get like a nice, proper setup going. But yeah, so now we have an infinite source of power. And I'm going to actually leave it at that for this episode. Next episode, we'll be looking into Mistcraft and maybe even some quarrying. Who knows? So, thanks for watching. Please like and favorite all my videos. If you haven't yet, also please subscribe. And so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay frosty.